bounces, Glozman and DiMuzio have a really, really tough task at hand. But it's a quick game to 11. Anything can happen. It'll be interesting to see if these girls can
Game on, time
have
in.
a good start.
That's right. Well, here we go. First to 11.
Foot fault, left foot.
Wow, a foot fault called in the first rally.
Yeah, not ideal, but Vivian was in charge of that and definitely in control there.
So Tuionetoa takes the first point for the Rangers.
Good drive from Pisnik.
Looks like Pisnik is going to stay on that left side.
Yeah.
2-0-2. Foot fault, right foot.
Oh,
another one.
Oh, gosh. It's actually a really good start from the bouncers, minus the foot fault. They're in control of those points.
3-0-2. Side out.
Pisnik this time tries to drop a little short, so the side out.
Let's see if they unwind here.
0-3-1.
They do. I'm actually surprised they're unwinding because they're both very solid on the left. I think they're both, they can play both sides, so I'm surprised at the unwind.
Ball stayed in. Tuionetoa puts it away. One of the great things about the first event of the season is you get to see these new pairings and how they are going to play together.
Yeah, exactly.
3-0-1.
Unforced error from the left side, Glozman. Good start at 4-0 for the Rangers.
Really good start. Canadian League, she's been playing that for a while. So it's not like she's coming with no experience. There we go.
Five, 0-2.
Ball drifts out. And we reach the 6-0 point very, very quickly.
Yeah, I wish the bouncers would have taken a timeout a little earlier before they got to 6-0.
Well, let's just take a look at the Rangers roster while we have a moment. Drive cross court right into that backhand. Pisnik not ready to pick it up. 0-6-1. It's one of those ones that you feel bad, but you're okay with because it went over to their side.
0-6-2.
Yeah, how sorry are you really when you win the point?
Right. DiMuzio really lining up that drive and went for a little too much into the net. You have to wonder if there's maybe a few nerves coming into this kind of event for somebody like her.
Yeah, I'm sure there is. Let's see here. Got a kick already going. Good discipline and consistency from everyone here.
you're playing a rally like that keeps going on, and you start thinking, I'm not going to be the one to mess this up. What goes through your head to get you to the point where you feel comfortable attacking?
Well, instead of thinking I'm not going to be the one to mess this up, I think you should be thinking, how much pressure can I put on them with my dink to force a pop-up? Instead of thinking not to miss, because then that puts you in your back leg and makes you a little bit tighter. You just want to put some pressure on them with your dinks, whether that's with a roll or with the depth. But I'm glad to see the bouncers getting into a few more kitchen rallies there. I think they started off just trying to rip through Tina and Etta, which is...
Well, it hasn't worked.
No, it hasn't worked, and I don't know that it ever would. Those are two very good players and very experienced with being driven at. The win there.
We do have a bit of a blustery wind coming through these courts. Another point for the Ranchers at 9-0.
Gosh, still no timeout.
The 6-0 was forced timeout.
Great shot from Victoria there, pulling it out wide. See, with a young team like Victoria and Vivian, I really think it's up to the team captain and the sideline players to call the timeout and help them make that decision. Nice, good dinking from Victoria. I'm glad she's not pulling it too soon. Just giving Etta and Tina an opportunity to miss, and as you can see, they've made a couple mistakes there.
A little bit of momentum now.
So the longer the rally gets, the more chance Vivian and Victoria are going to have of winning this point.
Not that time. Tried to go straight over, did DiMuzio, but couldn't get it to get it there. 2-9-2. There on the right side of that bouncer's team.
Yeah, Victoria's dinking really wide on Etta, and I think Etta is starting to predict that now, and she's a little better balanced and a little more in position for that cross-court dink, putting her in a better spot to counter it.
9-2-1.
After this will be men's doubles, followed by the mixed. My son Asher Baghurst is here, Statman, doing some stats on these games, and I think we'll see the bouncers' unforced error ratio quite high. Got away with it. It looked a little high.
Yeah. Bouncers going back to trying to hit through Tina and Etta here. Oh. Again, got away with it. Let's see if they can get some more points on the scoreboard.
2-10-1, saved the game point.
Nice drop. Good reset.
Not that time. The first one was good. The second one just a little short.
Etta leans in really well there.
I just feel like they're forcing it a little bit, aren't they?
They are, yeah. It's tough because Tina and Etta just do not have many holes in their games.
They play great defense. That was better. Offense was clean.
Well, those shots were a little higher, giving Vivian the opportunity to hit down. defense from Etta. This is what I mean by an experienced team.
Oh, wow, what a way to win it. Glozman with the lob, didn't see that coming. Pisnik just missed it. Really have to say that the Ranchers, if they play like this consistently, will be very hard to beat.
Yeah. Good aggression from Victoria, attacking cross court, catching Etta slightly off guard.
And really trying to maybe keep Pisnik out of the game. She hasn't hit a lot of balls.
Yeah, if Victoria attacks straight up at Tina, and Tina gets a good paddle on it, on that counter, it gives Victoria, it just puts Victoria in a tough spot because there's very little time to react of a down the line counter versus a cross court counter.
Pisnik that time with the power. Bouncers at 3-10-2.
Big drive from Vivian.
Side out. Game point. Alshon wants a timeout. And there you talked about it. Take a, have somebody else off court, maybe giving a wild card in that group. How does he play in the men's doubles?
Yeah. Here we go, match point. Oh, great defense there. And they didn't unwind. Putting Victoria on the left.
That's 2 game points saved. Pisnik serving. Wow, look at that to finish it.
Yeah, really good movement of the ball by Tina out of there.
So the Ranchers claim game 1, 11-3. Now it's
every single match.
Okay, here we go. Ranchers serving first. Oncins starting with the third shot drive. Claiming the first.
1-0-2. Point.
And seem to be attacking that left side. Fought over there. That's 2 drives at him. Three drives, yeah. 3 drives, three points.
You got to keep doing it until they adjust.
3-0-2.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is, as you said, it's a game to 11. There is not much room for error.
4-0-2.
So an early pull from Eric.
Really aggressive from the Ranchers from the beginning of this match. And look at the score, 5-0.
Yeah.
And here comes the timeout, and you can see some frustration. These are heavy serves.
5-0-2. Point, timeout, change.
And just like that, it's 6-0 at the turn. We're going to take a break. Wow, absolute bullet from Oncins.
And I didn't see too much team communication at the timeout from the bouncers. So I don't know that much is going to change for the rest of this game. It's a huge serve.
And finally, a side out. 7 points in a row for the Ranchers. Fought now serving on the right side.
Nice deep serve.
Second serve.
Couldn't capitalize off of the serve and the unwind.
You get the sense with the Ranchers, they're tall, rangy players. They cover a lot of court. It's going to be hard to get past them.
Yeah, absolutely, which is why they're playing so big right now, because they know they can afford to. Oh no, Christian. I think he meant to let that one go. Put his paddle in the way. It's a mistake he can afford to do right now. It's in the budget.
Well, the hands of Alshon kept him in it, but ultimately Martinez Vich earns it for a side out. They seem to have settled a little bit. 0-7 still.
Let's see if they can get on the scoreboard.
Went for a little too much. A big twist of that wrist.
Yeah, I don't know that he needed to go for it there. A couple more shots in the kitchen.
Yeah, for me, just settle down. Let's have some rallies at the kitchen. Oh my goodness, that's special. Oh, we're going to have an appeal.
Yeah, we're going to challenge it.
The official next to me will take Krista's headset. He's going to make a decision as he watches the replay. You get to watch the replay too, but we're not going to say, yeah, it's where he landed. That's some impressive play from all four players.
Yeah, speed ups from both sides, neutralization from both sides, and then a final put away. That was a really good point. Now, if the bouncers can get a few more of those going, we'll have a really good game.
That's a very soft touch from a big man who likes to hit hard.
Yeah, when the ball is that high, you can really deceive your opponent to make it look like you're going to speed up and you can go in any direction. And he goes for the toughest angle that no one's covering.
Oncins with the quick wrists.
Eight, 7-1.
Alshon just power after power after power with another point.
Shaking and baking up his own third.
Yeah, it's impressive.
9-2-1.
Oh.
Two-handed backhand just clips the line. Martinez Vich. Looks like, I'm not sure what. Oh, Alshon is just asking to dry his hand.
It is so humid out here. And then you can add a few extra degrees of heat on the court. He's missed it.
Serve.
Iced himself out there.
Yes, if you did notice from the court color, we're here at the Orlando Squeeze home tournament. It's been an adjustment getting used to these colors, Krista.
Yeah, but you know, it's the same for everyone.
Absolutely.
So.
Very, very nice. Opening up his body, Christian Alshon, and guiding that ball down the line.
Yeah, I think he saw Jaume leaning towards the middle there, and he held it just at the right time to put it line. Great drive from Eric.
And a very nice pickup from Oncins as well.
Gosh, you can see the energy levels from the bouncers just
it's flat.
Really dropping,
Wow. Just like that, Oncins crushes another winner. And the Ranchers claim 11-2, and they're at the end.
0-0-2.
So all of these points matter.
Side out.
Alshon misses a drive. Didn't say that very often in the last game.
No.
0-0-1.
But we did see him going for drives pretty often, so let's see if they continue the aggressive play. Yeah.
A little bit high from Glozman and punished.
Yeah,
I would say Martinez, Vich, and Glozman are the A team for the bouncers, wouldn't you?
yeah, for sure. Yeah, like I said, they're quite easy premier players, even though that team was in the Challenger Division last season. Good by Christian.
Very difficult to leave when you see that ball coming.
Really tough ask for Vivian to speed that up from the middle of the court at the guy in front. And Christian looked pretty balanced there, so I think he could have put that one away if he chose not to leave it.
Just drifted long after clipping the tape.
Yep.
Alshon taps his chest, my bad.
Yeah, I can see Christian driving a lot of his thirds. Big serve. Good return from Vivian there. It was deep and over towards Etta, forcing Christian to actually... He hit a hybrid shot there, but a lot less aggression on that third from him.
That was better from Vich.
Yeah, Christian, I think, lent in to take that. He hesitated and threw Etta off there.
Good leave again.
Yeah.
Vich trying to speed up a little too hard, a little too high. Ball drifts just long.
Etta has an experienced eye. She can see when that ball's going out. Great play from Jaume there.
1-2-2.
Nice, okay.
And really attacking the left side, really attacking Etta right now and getting what they want.
I mean, he's swinging for everything right now, as he should. Until it's not working, he needs to be going for that.
2-2-2.
Nice shot again.
Shaking and baking off his own shots, and he's actually getting in front of Vivian. So he's seeing the ball really early.
3-2-2.
Wow.
Great move.
Backhand Ernie. Certainly that crowd on the far side to our right like that shot.
Great start from the bouncers.
2-3-1.
Glozman with the unforced error puts that one in the net.
3-3-1.
Martinez, Vich just confirming the call.
Yep, signaling to unwind.
Just wide from Alshon, who went for a little too much. 6'2", long arms, used all of it to get that ball, but couldn't control it into the court.
3-3-2.
Loose return.
Loose return, but that was a big serve from Alshon.
4-3-2.
Wow.
Yeah, he's ripping it.
Ball stayed in. Alshon thought it was going wide, but it drifted in. He takes another look at that line, wishing it just went into the orange.
Okay, not a bad side out from the
Yeah,
bouncers.
3-4.
Yeah.
Definitely in this
3-4-1.
mixed doubles. Wow, Martinez, Vich unloading on that forehand.
Yeah, so a lot of the shots have been going towards Etta's side, and Alshon is just pinching closer and closer towards her to close that gap. But as a result, he's opening up his line, and Jaume really took advantage of that there. Nice serve, trying to force Christian to run around his backhand and take a forehand, just to create some more space in the middle for the third.
5-4-1.
An out serve.
Yeah.
5-4-2.
Oh, he has to go big for it, so I don't blame him for that.
Wow, Glozman set that up.
Timeout, King James. 6-4.
So
6-4-2.
this is a really good start for them. Let's see if they can keep this up. Great hands from Vivian there.
Another unforced error, though. I'd like to see maybe Alshon take a little bit more of a commanding presence in this.
I think he's trying. He's really pushing over to Etta's side, but they've got him up his line a couple of times. You can see them moving the dink around a bit more.
Wow.
Oh, great take there, Jaume. But yeah, they've the bouncers have gone up Alshon's line just a couple of times.
Keeping him honest.
Exactly, so now he has to be a little more careful.
That time it doesn't get over.
But again, you can see she's trying to go up Alshon's line, keeping him on his side. That's a smart play.
Good run from the bouncers, 4-8. Was it in? It was in.
That was in.
A lot of topspin on that one to keep it down.
Great shot. When you drop the paddle head down like that, it's so hard to tell if you're going line, middle, or cross.
Great defense from the Ranchers. Both players keeping that ball alive. Martinez, Vich with the error.
Six, 8-1.
6-8-2.
6-8-1, I think, actually.
No.
Oh. Good leave there from Vivian.
Six, 8-2.
See if they can close the gap. Nice, yeah. Jaume has played a big role in being aggressive here and taking control of this match.
He really has.
And that, yeah, that's made the difference. That's given them the lead, and he's got to keep that up. Playing high risk, but high reward.
Wow, Alshon taking a high risk, running off the court on the right side, but nobody's getting that ball back. Second server.
8-6-2.
And nobody's getting that one back. All of a sudden, maybe some momentum shifting. It's 6-8-1.
They're still up, though. Still up.
Good crowd watching this one. It's been mainly on the championship court, but it's nice to see some of those fans tripping over to this one, creating a little bit more environment. That time Alshon goes for too much on the third shot. It drifts wide.
Yeah, I think Alshon's having some difficulty with his sweaty palms.
Definitely a problem here in Orlando.
Yeah, it's not. He's used to it.
Yeah.
He's from here. He trains here. Not Orlando. He trains down in Delray, Boca area. Okay. Gap is 1 point.
7-8-2.
Martinez, Vich unloading on that one. You think it was going out?
Yeah, I think that was such a short ball for Christian to drive on. He has very little court to get that in. And he took a full swing, full power. I think that was sailing. But I think Martinez thought he was on it.
3 points away to claim the match.
Stop play.
It's a huge serve.
But out. Alshon asking for clarification.
Yeah. That does not matter.
Oh, wait.
Okay. The serve was indeed out. They've called it out. The referee is saying that it's a replay.
A replay.
So Christian didn't agree with the referee's call there. Basically took it in his own hands to give the ball back. Oh.
Vich tried to reset that, but it was too high. Alshon put it down. Second server, 8-8-2. And again, pops that ball too high.
I think it's safe to say that Etta is expecting Jaume to drive that ball at her, and she just locked and loaded on her backhand. And if she makes clean contact, that's a very good counter.
And again,
big from Christian.
Yeah, it's the same thing again. Attacking the right side. She's ready for it. She gets it back, pop up, and then all of a sudden you're in trouble.
9-8-1.
So 3 rallies won since that big break. All won by the Ranchers. It's in.
She's got it.
What a great lob. Fist pump from Alshon, who now finds himself at game point. We might have
They're arguing. Someone's arguing.
We might have a challenge.
There's a lot going on down there.
Yeah. That's part of what makes these team events interesting.
Oh, it's so exciting. It's so fun watching these events and being a part of it. If you've never been, I highly recommend giving it a go and just come to check out what pickleball is all about, and especially team pickleball.
ATP from Glozman. Alshon was there but couldn't get it in. Another game point. Expect a big serve.
Oh, without a doubt.
He's tried 1 or 2 straight through the middle.
Yeah. And the serving rule is slightly different here at MLP than it is at the PPA, so you can be a little bit more aggressive when you serve here. Not as big as I thought it would.
He played it safe.
Yeah,
and I wonder if Martinez Vich was waiting for something strong, mistimed it, put it long, and jump bouncers. Pisnik and Oncins for the Ranchers serving first. Oncins continue it where he finished off in men's doubles with drives and power.
So it's pretty clear that the guys are going to be driving at the girls. I think Todd needs to step over a little bit more on that drive and just expose his line, but take a forehand on Eric's third.
Pisnik almost got that ball over, but not quite. DiMuzio serving.
0-1-1.
Great early line take from Tina up Todd's line.
0-1-2.
And what that's going to do is force him to hold his line a little bit more and prevent him from protecting the middle and protecting Victoria. DiMuzio there. And that's really high-level pickleball.
Side out.
Nice third from Todd.
Fought going for a lot. It was low, and it's
1-1-1.
short.
Stop play. Service warning.
All right, service warning for Eric. He does have a pretty high serve. Not surprised that he's been called for it.
Wow, there's some power.
Yeah, Todd realizes he really does
Second serve.
have to play big here to give themselves a chance.
1-1-2.
There you go. Yeah, that's what I wanted to see from Todd, to hold middle a little bit more on his fourth,
1-1-1.
receiving that third shot drive, giving Victoria just some more time to get to her side. Great drive there through the middle.
And he took a little pace off that one, kept it low, kept it in, crucially. And
Yeah,
nobody moved.
There was a tiny window where neither of them could get it, and he nailed that window. Great save there from DiMuzio. Good cross-court dinking. This is a nice little resistance point to see who's going to miss that first dip from the women.
Well, DiMuzio was the one who broke the cross-court first.
Yeah.
Oncins got involved, and then he took over.
Yeah.
And then a serve out. We see a lot of, well, not a lot. We see some serves long or in the net. We don't often see them wide.
Yeah, but I think it's because you've got Oncins there on the right, and she knows that he's got to run all the way over to the left, so she's trying to hit a wide serve to create more space between where he wants to go. Here we go, there's another resistance point. And she tries to change direction. Yeah.
I don't mind the idea. Just the execution went for a little too much,
I don't know
maybe.
that she needed to hit it that hard. I think a little off-pace roll down his line would have been sufficient there. And even if he were to get it back, it creates, shows him that she can go line, and he has to hold his line a little bit more. Tina is yet to break that pattern. I don't know that that was her breaking the pattern. I think she...
No, I was just going to say, why would you? You're in control of these points doing this.
3-2-1.
3-2. 4-2. Big wind up from Oncins, and Fought thought it was going long, but it just dipped inside that back line.
Yeah, well, Fought is doing what I wanted him to do, and that's to protect the middle a little bit more, but unfortunately, as a result, exposes his line, and then Eric saw that.
Another unforced error on the right side for bouncers. Nice play that time from Fought, catching Oncins leaning right.
And what you'll see in mix a lot is the guy often leaning to the middle, trying to take the next ball with his forehand and go big. And so it's a nice little check for the oppositions to go down the guy's line, just to keep him honest. As Tina just did right there. Todd was off balance. Created a pop-up. Don't feel defeated. They feel like they can find a way to win, and that's great.
Wow, that was difficult. Oncins leaping over that kitchen, opening up the forehand, going through the middle. Very nice.
Yeah, he's got the length. He's light and springy. Sees that ball early. Can take it.
Did you see the one-handed backhand too?
That is
I like
something
it.
you don't often see in pickleball, one-handed backhand. Now I know he had that. He has a one-hand in tennis, but I think he's working on two hands for pickleball. I think he's working on it.
I think it's her first unforced error of the game.
Probably of the day.
Yeah. Oncins maybe went for a little too much, leaning over to that right side. Couldn't get the ball down. And then Fought went after him.
I like it though. He's putting a lot of pressure on the middle of the court, really getting in the rally and being aggressive. So it's all right. It's the right move. Yeah. Too high there from Fought.
It's one of those balls you just love, right? They're just popping up for you nicely. You can do whatever you want with it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Wow.
Fought with a little flick. Oncins thought it was going long.
I think we all did.
Lots of topspin on that to pull it back down.
Yeah. Great shot from Fought. Oh, she goes for the ATP.
It was there.
It was.
She just leaned a little bit too far up and ball sailed long.
She actually missed it deep.
5-8-2.
That time, but down the line worked. Fought just sitting in the middle. Pisnik saw it and executed well.
8-5-1.
Yeah, when you hold your paddle down like that and you pause, you create some confusion for the player in front of you. So that's why Todd was leaning middle, because he just guessed at that point, because she could go in either direction, and it gives her a little time to see which way he leans, and she goes the other way. Smart from her. Great digs from DiMuzio. Not digs, sorry, just digging. Spoke too soon.
Commentator curse.
Yeah.
It happens.
9-5-2.
Yeah, I was just thinking what differentiates the amateurs from the pros, and it's the ability to reset hard balls, to speed up when it's the right time to do it.
Match point here.
And there it is. Pisnik puts it away with a backhand volley. So just like that, the Ranchers claim it in four games, 11-3, 11-2, 11-8, and 11-5. And from your perspective, Krista, they statement win. They played well.
Yeah, that was a very clean win.
Well,